Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play There Is No Game Wrong Dimension. Joining me is JK Lantern.
There is no Wi-Fi.
Unfortunate. Star Princess HLC.
Nothing but static.
And Layla M.
I'm not here. I have nothing to answer for.
My dad used to call this the ant races.
The what?
Ant races.
Yeah, I could see that.
And for the younger people in the audience, yes, this is what TV stations used to go to after they were done with the programming day. What's a programming day? Shut up, youngster.
Or just what my TV looked like on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Dad would have me hold the antenna straight during football games. This may be one of the reasons I don't like football.
Maybe. But, we seem to be just in front of a television screen that has nothing but a bunch of static on it.
I'm not alone. Why on earth did you touch the bug? I warned you about it.
Hang on.
Look where that got us. That got us somewhere.
It was
I
funny.
don't know where. This place is very strange. What is it? Some kind of television? Maybe we should not touch it.
I feel like we should absolutely touch it.
Yes, I'm poking it.
I'm having
Sadly,
flashbacks
poking it doesn't
to-
do much.
I'm having
It
flashbacks
looks
to
like
Tak and the
this
power
one
of
doesn't have a
Juju.
video signal. No, it's probably not plugged in right.
I had to step out for a second. What about Tak and the Power of Juju?
Because they're talking about the magic box.
I don't remember that episode.
Oh, I'm talking about the game.
Oh yeah. I never played the game. I watched like a handful of episodes and played the Nicktoons Unite series.
Okay.
So
There's the-
we have 4 screens here we've got to go between. Something about ghost possession. Something about a postcard. With a stamp you can kind of see that's kind of coming loose, but clicking on it doesn't do a whole lot. You have this, which we don't have a screwdriver anymore. And over here you have a number wheel.
Oh my god, it's Gabriel Knight all over again.
That or Secret of Monkey Island. But yeah. So, you may notice that TV's not getting a signal, so
What?
we can
You
plug
plugged
in the
in the video
we plugged
input?
in the video input.
Oh, you just couldn't help
My
yourself,
TV
could
still
you?
has that.
Whoa, that doesn't look very sturdy.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Nom 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 nom.
Stop, user!
No.
I'm not paying for a new one.
Can't you see you're making
You
things
think he
worse?
was mad about the blue shell? I think he was mad about the blue shell.
Could be.
Touch the cracks!
Welcome to Let's Play Mario Kart.
Don't tell me you've broken another coffee cup, Watson.
What, son? You call
Are we in Day of the
those
Tentacle?
horns?
The graphical
Is
style
there an
looks like
echo
it.
all of a sudden? Watson, did you
Wilhelm?
hear that?
Affirmative.
There was nothing human about that scream. It seems to be coming from our dear neighbor Wilhelm's home. Let's go take a look, shall we?
Well-
This is most exciting.
You know what? I'm cool with this. Let's just stay here. Let's just play this from now on.
What
is the
on earth
better
is
thing to
going
do.
on? Those look like interaction icons. I think we're in a.
Oh, do we get to
we're in-
taste things like in
Oh,
Space
goodness,
Quest?
We can stay here.
Kind
Do the icons
of.
make the game work? No? Oh, that can only mean one thing. We're trapped in this world, just like these fictional characters. A world where it's impossible to tell what's real and what's an illusion.
Sounds like a Tuesday for
Probably
me.
entered a different video game dimension. Do something, anything. It's what you do best.
So there's not a lot we can
Find a
click
way
on
out.
yet.
Please, we shouldn't be here.
You shouldn't be groveling at our feet.
Yep.
Do we even have
We
feet?
must avoid running into those characters
I
again.
hope not.
At all costs. I fear the consequences.
So we have an eye, we have a mouth, we have a hand, we have a magnifying glass. Unfortunately, none
All
of these
this
seem
is
to
Mr.
be
Big's fault.
reacting
He's got
to
something
what
in
we
mind,
have.
but I don't know what.
Aw, I want to lick the chair.
I know. But the only thing we can click on right now is this. We have a glass shard,
User, what have you
which
done
cuts
now?
loose the hand.
Did you take off one of the game's icons? Or the one with the bent corner? And just what do you plan to do with that feast?
Punch you?
Come over here and I will show you.
Sure you can.
So, unfortunately, the fist is good for
When
vandalism.
I asked you to find a way out, I was talking about this dimension. The room! There's something written on this strange hatch. Unfortunately, it's too small to read.
If only we had a magnifying glass that functioned.
Yeah, unfortunately, can't seem to get the other icons off with the glass shard. And just in case you're curious,
Nope.
the glass shard does not work as a screwdriver.
Damn it.
Because that was one of the first things I tried when we played this game a long time ago. But now we actually do have somewhere we can go.
Characters, quiet!
This version of it came out in
Open the door.
2020.
It's your neighbor, Sherlock Holmes.
Came out earlier than that.
I'm surprised they're allowed to use those names.
The key to open a door.
I think it's in
You
public
disappoint
domain,
me,
isn't
my
it?
dear friend.
Holmes
Yep.
and Watson became
Creative.
public domain
more daring
in the late
associations.
80s, early
I
90s.
think in 4 dimensions.
You
I
mean like
see.
you're doing now?
Or at least some of it has. The reason I know this is because there's a specific
Don't make
episode
a
of
sound,
Next
user.
Generation where they use a Sherlock Holmes character that they thought was in public
Not
domain
a sound.
and wasn't, and they got sued. And then a couple years later, they were able to revisit that
What was that
story
sound?
because by then it had entered public domain.
Ha!
A lost
I-
penny.
Remember,
It's my
I
lucky day.
Your
Okay.
lucky evening, my friend.
remember I saw when I was still in high school, I saw a play of like Sherlock Holmes and the Hound of the Baskervilles, I think it was called. And it was
Yeah,
all 3 guys, and like the whole thing was like, it wasn't improv, but like
Another penny.
it was like a comedy
I'm going
play,
to
and
be
like there was a
rich.
lot of audience
You'll
interaction and
finally
stuff
be
like
able
that,
To pay your share of the
And-
rent.
and I freaking lived for it. I realize this isn't an interesting story, but I figured I had to bring it up.
Makes sense.
How did the Baskervilles is kind of the Sherlock Holmes story that everybody has to experience in middle or high school. Because it's one of the few that's a full novel and not a short story. Most of the Sherlock Holmes stories
Don't make
are
a sound,
short
user.
stories.
I remember. The one part that I remember, honestly,
Another?
was
There must be a leak.
the transition
you're
from
not
like Act
speaking of
1 to Act
yourself,
2,
my
like
dear
after
friend.
the intermission. Like they open Act 2, and I think it was the guy playing Sherlock.
And there we go. Let's
My
just
thing
tear
got
everything down.
unplugged,
And what are
and
you going
then
to
I
do with
plugged it
that
back in, and
stamp
it was
anyway?
great. But the
Did you
guy
get
playing
any money?
Sherlock was like, some people didn't like my acting, so we're doing the first act all over again. And basically, they just sort of like did like a speed run through the first act, like served as a recap for the first
Don't
act.
make a sound, user.
And then at the end, he's like, "There, Now what do you think? And then they just continue on to Act 2 like
Not
nothing
a
happened.
sound.
I'm getting a feeling of deja vu.
What about Vuja Day?
Vuja Day is my favorite day of the week.
Let's see, what was the step I had to take now?
Yeah, also, every time they mentioned the Hounds of the Baskervilles, they would play a sting.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let's see, I've got to remember how to get this free.
Like, I'm
There's a
assuming...
coin.
I'm assuming, like, you knock it loose, and while he's going to get it, you,
Yeah, but you can't interact while the cutscene plays.
Leave that coin on the folded inventory paper.
right there is where you'd have to do it. There's a very narrow window of time. Because... if you watch... so put your cursor on the glass
Getting a
now.
feeling of deja vu.
It's gonna stop being an error glass. Yep.
There we go.
User,
Thank you.
stop
'Cause I
cheating,
forgot
for
that.
goodness sake.
see, this game is lantern food.
Yes,
This is
it
how
is.
my brain works.
A sort of voice with a Russian accent.
But I'm not.
There, did you hear
It
it?
explains the
only
running
thing I
gag.
heard is the gentle rustling of the wind.
But
With a
apparently
Russian
this guy's
accent.
actually Russian.
But
Then it turns
now,
out, no, it's Czechoslovakian or something.
You certainly have a thing for tinkering.
I've absolutely
actually
never
we're
unscrewed a
friends.
thing with a penny before.
Oh, I've
Oh,
never
man.
done that before either.
No. Where are
You
the
want
manager's
us to help
secrets?
you or not,
It looks
Mr.
like the set of
Asshole?
the game, but seen from the other side. I know what you're going to do. Don't you dare go help them out.
Make up your mind. Are you on our side or not?
I don't think he's on anyone's side but his own.
He is that kind of prick. He's a narrator in a self-aware video game.
Yes, yes he is. So
The
let's-
color wheel.
Yep, the color wheel, which
Green.
actually going to be important. Not
Important.
too long for now.
Green is
Important.
not a creative color, Slick. It's me, Dopeless. I'm back from the dead. Technically, I'm still dead, but you get the picture.
Okay, so what was the next? I know the next thing I
The
need to do. I
television
just
now.
have to remember how to do it. That's the thing. Yeah, that's later. Okay.
The subtitles, is that a thing you can do?
Huh?
Can you punch the subtitles? Is that a thing you can do?
I don't think so.
Crap. That's the closest we would have gotten to punching the narrator.
Yeah.
The door they're trying to open
Miss-
is really stuck.
I'm assuming you can't move the.
Leave it alone, please.
Yeah.
There we
User,
go.
Oh, never mind.
really irritating.
Okay,
Aha! My
Hand-holding
artistic
is one
techniques have
thing.
gotten the better of this
reverse
door.
psychology is another thing.
Come, Watson. let's go
Hand-holding
inside.
using reverse psychology. That is a whole other level of fuck you. God,
Wilhelm,
this is why I
are you
hated
there?
this game.
It's far too dark in here.
I can't be expected to walk around in the dark,
And
Sherlock.
Lantern's dead.
So try to find us some light,
Uh
Watson.
oh.
Probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but it's fine.
These characters are trapped in the dark. We're lucky.
See, the game kind of
fingers and hope that they can find
is
the
currently
light.
holding him hostage.
Correction.
He's in the dark
Let's
somewhere.
cross our fingers and hope that you can find the light.
That's
They
another,
tricked him. They tricked him with cheese.
They
That-
tricked him
that's
with
another
cheese.
one.
Yeah.
That's another one. You were on the list, Cupcake.
I want a cupcake.
No. We have cookies at home, kind of.
It's
I-
broken.
I
was worried you would move
used
this
one of
room.
those like Betty Crocker
Thankfully,
make your own
there's no
cookie
chance
mix
of that
things,
happening.
but I
At
Those are
least
didn't
great.
realize
as
you
long as
aren't
the
supposed
device
to use
that's
all the
attached to this wire
batter.
doesn't work.
So when I was done, I just went to my mom's room and I was
I
like,
get the
well,
feeling that sometimes
brownies are
I
done.
should just keep my mouth shut.
because it was just like a pool of like cookie.
Okay, come on. What was I to do?
It's edible.
It has been far too long since I played this game to remember these steps. Because this is truly as obscure as some point-and-click adventures.
Yeah.
The thing is, we need to complete this track. That's one of the next steps we need to do. We gotta find something that completes this track so we can move this board.
Huh.
And in moving the board, we get access to a few things. But, actually, considering we haven't made progress since we lost Lantern, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a video here, and we will wait until Lantern's able to rejoin us before we pick back up. So, until next time, take care, everyone.
Elementary.
Middle school.
Finishing school. Bye, folks.
Bye-bye.